I'm live. Apparently I'm live. Hold on, I need to get on my phone. I should really I should really hit the bell on my phone and then I'll know when I'm live. That would be sensible. Hello Thomas, how are you? Okay, so tonight we've got the Guinness Nitrosurge. Bought this last week. Tried it last Friday night, it was a complete disaster. Hadn't charged it properly and a few other things. Did it last Saturday night, worked a treat. So tonight we're gonna test because one of the things that the main thing that bothered me last week was does these are like £2 up here, per can for like a pint of Guinness, and these, which are the normal standard draft cans you get everywhere with the widget in the bottom, slightly smaller cans, and these are like pound something, £1.40, I don't know, something like that. But do they taste the same? Because you need to do side by side, right? So that's what we're testing today. This is all very scientific, I know. Because I did loads of research during the week. And by that I mean, did like 10 minutes here and there when I'm sitting in the toilet. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to do a side by side on these to see if they're the same. I'm also going to see if I can use the Nitrosurge on this can. Now apparently it doesn't normally, it's not supposed to work because it's something to do with the gas in this one. If you open it up, it cracks. It like the widget is held into place in the bottom by something, and too much pressure makes that blow, and that's how you get the head. So there's a pin trick. So you put a pin into the top of the can to release the pressure, apparently, and then that should release the gas, leave it for 5 minutes, take it out slowly, and then it should work, and you should get a pint of Guinness, same as this. So that's what we're doing. 3 tests. So first of all, let's do our side by side, shall we? So got this all last week. The USB lead. Oh, brilliant. Happy memories of this. So yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, hasn't seen this, you got the top of the can as normal, you've got this yoke here, and you've got a little kind of connector in there, and then this goes on the front, that just comes off, and that just leads to that hole. That is literally it, and that's whatever magical device they put inside this to make it ultrasonic, or whatever kind of technology that I don't understand. So that's what we're going to do. That is the plan. How you doing, Andy? Hello. Okay, we're back for another round of this nonsense. This should tie up any loose ends that we had from the last 2 live videos. So I suppose you should actually open that can, shouldn't I? Should probably crack the lid on it, otherwise we'll be here most of the night. So let's get going. This is the first beer of the night. I have been gagging for a beer all day, and somehow I have managed to avoid it up to now. It's amazing how quickly the time passes when you got kids around you. Okay, that's on. It's clean glass. I mean, I say clean, it's been in the dishwasher, so that's probably a big no-no, isn't it, for beer drinkers? Don't put your glass in the dishwasher. Hand wash. Life's too short for me to hand wash my dishes. Come on. Right. Okay. Let's get it poured. Frig it. And there it goes. Look. And there it goes. I don't know if you can even see anything. I think I'm pouring a pint, and I'm expecting it to come out, but you actually have to tip it. You actually have to use gravity, which is not really great. Okay, so that's that one. So while we're waiting on that, we shall get the draft into yet another Guinness glass. mean, that thing looks fantastic though, doesn't it? It does look good. Let's see how good this one looks. It's already coming out the top. So those coffee, I was drinking the coffee one last week and basically just using that and tipping it up, and it seemed to work, although it's difficult to know, to be fair. Hopefully this should tell us. So we'll tip that all in. I mean, that's a bit more intense, really. This one's starting to settle. Okay. And then the third beer. So the third beer, so this is the one I'm going to do the pin trick on. Now, in the video that I watched, the guy was using like a needle. Now, couldn't find a needle. My wife has needles in there, but she's in there sleeping, and I am not waking her. Or I will never hear the end of it. And I'll have to explain what I'm doing. And it's like trying to explain this. How the hell am I going to explain this to her? So I've got as a safety pin. So I'm going to hope for the best that I can do something with this and batter it in with a hammer. So I've got this, and I've got my hammer here. No, come on, I'm not that bad. I'm gonna try and put it through the bit that comes out. See that bit there? Because it's kind of, it's not really clear where I'm supposed to do it. So let's do it now. Hopefully you can see. I'll tell you what. Let's get our box. Science. This is science. And now it's almost at eye height. What could possibly go wrong here? What could possibly go wrong? I've got a tiny hammer. Look, I've no idea. I'm not sure where I got that from. Don't know why it's so small. I didn't buy this. Every time I use this, I always think of, you know, the bit. Hold on, I need to concentrate. It's not working. You know the bit in Father Ted? You know where they win the car and he sees a dent in it and he goes out with a little hammer? Always reminds me of that tiny hammer. Okay, tiny hammer's a pile of crap. So we're going to go for the big one. This is already turning into a disaster. Why do I do these things? Why do I do it live? Okay, this is not going well. This is not going well already. Who could have foreseen this? Who could have foreseen this? Okay, let's use this side of the hammer. Let's bend that back. Am I really gonna be doing this anytime I want a pint of fucking Guinness? Is this for real? My lights attached to the dartboard and it's turning around. It's like, I've got a dartboard there. I've got darts. Maybe the darts are too thick, because that's not working. God, I see darts up there. Hold on. This is definitely going to be too thick. Okay, this is actually going to be too thick. It's not crazy. This is what you're supposed to do. This is a hack. Apparently, this is one of those internet hacks. So let me take this bit off. This is bound to work, right? This is bound to work. Do I need any kind of PPE to do this? Okay, gotta be gentle. Gotta be gentle. Gotta be gentle. Woo. Anyone hear the gas? No? Ooh. There's a dirt. You hear the gas? You hear the gas? Shit, the can's going rock hard. Oh, is this gonna explode? Is this gonna explode? Please don't explode, please. Please. Shit, I'm actually worried now. Oh no. Can you hear that? This is not how I expected this to go. See, when you think about doing stuff like this, in your head it's gonna work quite easily. It's starting to loosen now. We're starting to lose the pressure. I think we might have actually cracked this. Am I supposed to sit like this? I was kind of thinking I could do other stuff while I'm waiting on this. I think that's released the pressure, has it? Okay, we've got a tiny bit of a hole in the top. We'll put that to the side, right? Nearly died there. Nearly died. Okay, and then we'll finish this. This, it is on, isn't it? Am I supposed to press that button? Is that button not already supposed to be on, or what? Don't think it was. No. Maybe I waited too long there to the pour and it turned itself off. I have to turn it back on again. I will set that to the side, okay? We'll have a drink of this. So this is the standard Guinness in a draft. Hello, Finru. How you doing? In your tiny drill. Yes, we were near getting the drill out. We maybe get the drill out in the fourth beer. That'll be 4 pints of Guinness though in one night. That's, even for me, that's quite a lot. Although sometimes you have to. I know I've told this story before, but the last time, I don't know if it was the last time or what, but went down to see Mega Bublé at Croke Park, Dublin, with my wife, who really wanted to go and see him. And it was the same night as it was the World Cup 2018, and it was the same night as it was the Croatia and was it the Russia quarter final? It went to penalties, so it went all the way to penalties. Brilliant game, fantastic. And I was just sitting at the bar just drinking. I must have had about 10 pints of Guinness, and I was absolutely lashed. By the time the gig was over, couldn't find my seat. I was coming out different exits and stuff to try and find my wife. I couldn't find her at all. Hiya, Peter. Hello. 4 pints of Guinness, a standard breakfast. Only the fizzy Guinness, though. Not this big stuff. Okay, look, I'm gonna drink it, okay? So we're looking for taste. We're looking for mouthfeel. That's okay. It tastes like Guinness, but it's kind of got that weird draft kind of. It doesn't taste like a pint from the pub, which this is supposed to taste like a pint from the pub. But I can't see how it would taste different. It must be the kind of head, the creamy kind of head. But I mean, it does look okay to me. So, not sure. Let's try this one. Is there a difference? Yes, there is a difference. The taste is the same, but the one with the kind of the Nitrosurge on it is definitely has that bigger kind of mouthfeel, that creamy kind of character. It tastes big and it tastes light at the same time. Somehow, which is the trick of Guinness, I think. So yeah, that is interesting. Oh yeah, when you go back to that, it feels really light and just not the same at all. Not the same beer. Okay, so that is pretty much, that's on the money, right? Now, the question is, and this is what we've been waiting for, come on, let's be honest. So we did the pin trick in this, which is actually a dart. So we used half a dart. Peter, if you haven't seen this. So basically this is a standard can of draft Guinness that you get in the cans. Took the pressure out, punctured a little hole in it. It should be kind of flat, I think. And then we're going to hit it with the Nitrosurge. I think this might only be available in Ireland, you know. So you're not supposed to use them with this can, but we're going to do it because why not? Just try and stop me. So I think I've released the pressure. And if you release the pressure, it won't cause the widget to activate. Activate! There it is again. Every time I say that word, I have to do that. It's just like Tourette's. It can't hear me. It can't hear me, so it's fine. So far, so good. Okay, so we get this on. We get our third Guinness glass. Okay. I'm going to try and pour this properly because I made a mess of that one. Well, I made a mess of the second pour because I waited so long because we were having issues with our big massive hammer on tiny hammer. Okay, so the light's lit on the harp. Let us 45-degree angle, get it poured. So there's it going in. You can hear it working. It's definitely doing something, right? Yes. Get it 3/4 full, something like that. It does look good. It's a smaller can though, I suppose. So I should probably calm down on it. So that is looking pretty good to me. It looks like the proper Guinness. So this could be good. This could be a game changer. Game changer. Hear me. Got some fancy weighted titanium darts. A magic there. It's a 14 because the whole dartboard spun around. Right, so while we're waiting on that, I'm going to say that there is one other thing we're going to do, just for shits and giggles. Okay, so it says, gonna say specifically, you're not supposed to use this device with other beers, but they're obviously going to say that. But we're going to try it anyway. Now, I think the reason would be because it will make it turn it into a foamy mess. Okay, so I think you would need the beer to be sort of flat to try and enjoy it properly, or not flat, but flat-ish, I think. And then whatever remaining carbon, I don't know how it works. Something to do with carbon dioxide, doesn't it? And then it's the ultraviolet sonic waves, whatever, travel through tubes, and then they radio the beer and tell them you need this to be like really creamy. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a man with a drinking problem. Right, let's go. Get me my beer. Again, I'm not sure that second pour, you're not supposed to press the button again for it to go, but there's what it looks like there. Look at the size of that head. Look at the size of that head. That is nice. Going well so far. So anyway, basically we're going to try another beer that I prepared earlier. Okay? By prepared I mean I've cracked the lid about an hour ago. It's still in the can though, obviously, or I'll not get it out. But so there will probably be a lot of fizzing. It'll probably be a mess. But straight anyway. So this is the original. This is the £2. This is the expensive stuff. It's supposed to taste like Guinness in the pub. It tastes pretty bloody good. Has to be said. Don't know it's as good as Guinness actually in out of a pub, but that's the normal draft stuff, which is okay if you have nothing else. It's maybe good 20 years ago, but now it's, you know, it's a bit shit. But this. So this is the draft, as we've seen with the Nitrosurge. What is going to happen? What is this going to taste like? What do you think? Everybody place their bets. Place their bets. Oh, there's Rick. Hello, Rick. You're finished work. You got a beer. We'll look back what I missed tomorrow. You've missed everything. It's just been amazing. It's not. It's just been me blabbing on about Guinness. But to cut a long story short, we've done the pin trick. What is the pin trick? You'll find out on the Guinness draft can. We're tasting it now. So this is normal Guinness draft. This is supercharged Guinness draft. Is this going to be as good as this? Let's do it. No rhubarb either this week. Whoa. Whoa. That is different. Let me just get a taste of this. This is the normal stuff out of the can. Tastes thin. Wow, that is even more creamy than that. This is the stuff, the expensive stuff. Now, to be fair, it has been sitting for a while. I think I messed up the pour. But I would say that is actually the best pint of the three. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? Hello, Tony. Tony Hart is in the house. So yeah, I mean, that's good. That's good. That tastes like a proper pint of Guinness. I think it needs to be super cold. I only bought them today. They've been in the fridge, but I think get them in the fridge, super chill them down, puncture them with the hammer, and hit them with a Nitrosurge. Excellent. So let's do the fourth beer, okay? Because I'm not hanging about. I've stuff to do tonight. So we need a glass. There's a glass there. So what are we gonna do? So, in the local centre down the road where I go to, because it's the only place that has drink. It's the closest place that sells alcohol. All the beers they do are mainly bottle. All the nice beers they do are in bottles. We're still at that stage, or they are still at that stage. All the cans are like cans of lager, stuff like that. I didn't really want to do a lager because, I mean, why would you? I mean, you would maybe do it once to see what it was like, but I mean, could you imagine drinking lager like that? I mean, it sounds disgusting. So what I did get, which is the only other thing they had in the shop, which is Punk IPA. I didn't even know they sold this down there, but this must be a new thing. So as I say, I opened this about an hour ago because I knew I needed it to be fizzy. Let's give it a little taste. Tastes weird because I've been drinking Guinness. So when I first started drinking craft beer, and it sent me on this journey to like me sitting in front of you now, rambling on about Guinness. But yeah, so hold on, I'm gonna have to try and clean this with Star Sand. So it used to be that I always drunk beer, but it was always like lager and stuff, and it just never really. It would actually drink wine and vodka more than it would beer. And then the World Cup was on 2014, and I got sick of drinking. I was buying like packs of Carling, no that how muck, and it was just like really unfulfilling. And I'd always seen these cans, down on the shelf a little bit further, but they were a bit more expensive, and I always kind of avoided them. Or it wasn't a can; it was a bottle at that point. Had this blue label on it. And then during that World Cup, I thought, you know what, let's just get it and see what it's like. And then it was that. And then the first time I drank it, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. Um, don't buy it too often these days, to be fair, but not because no one likes BrewDog anymore anyway. Like, but it's not because of that. It's just because they always say that the recipes change, but I mean breweries change their recipe all the time, don't they? So I don't know. It just doesn't. It does definitely taste different, or something. There's something not quite right about it. But then again, sometimes a bat, and it does taste really nice. So we'll see how nice it is when it's hit with nitro. So that's what it looks like now. This is gonna go badly wrong. You know it. I know it. We all know it. This is me we're talking about. Of course, it's gonna go wrong. That's the whole point. Secretly we want it to go wrong, let's be honest. Press the button, get that heart flashing, yes. It's on. What's gonna happen? Is this just gonna be like a milkshake? Let's do it. There it goes. Yep. Working. Something's happening. Lots of bubbles on top. I don't know if that's supposed to happen. I mean, will it just make the beer flat? Is that kind of the idea? I think that's it. Okay, that's what it looks like. See how clean the glass is. Come on, dishwasher. I'm not going to tell you. Sorry. Forgive me. I don't care. So plenty of fizz in it. Big old head. Question is this going to taste... Is this going to taste like it's been poured through a nitrogen tap? It smells like an IPA, but it doesn't really kind of... I mean, the first time, thinking back to that time, the first ever punk IPA, the first ever craft beer I had, and I pulled the lid, pulled the little ring, and it was just this explosion of aroma, of just flavour and intense kind of fruit. And now maybe there's something psychological that I don't really like BrewDog that much anymore, or maybe it has changed. Maybe it's just an old can. I don't know, but it's not very thrilling, is what we're saying. Okay. What happened with BrewDog? It's a long story. Basically, they treat where their workers like shite. And the sue other companies as well too. Other like brewing companies. They've turned into a massive brewery basically, is what I'm saying. All it needs is for Diageo to take them over. They're fiercely independent, but come on. When Guinness throw those euros at them, it's only a matter of time. Yeah. Go on in, smelt it enough. Is this gonna make any difference at all? other than to make it a bit less fizzy, it's not really had a massive amount of difference. It is kind of disappointing. It's disappointingly normal. I'm not just talking about the beer. Oh, get in there. Oh, fucking oh. Brewdog got one there. No. It's kind of more taking the fizz or out of the beer. Maybe if there's a beer that you drink, you have to drink out of it in a can, I suppose. I'm already thinking, I was going to say that if you have an overcarbonated beer, maybe that would help. But you need to like pour it then into a can. Imagine trying to pour an overcarbonated beer through a hole like that. It's not going to work. So, yeah. Now, one thing I've seen in the videos, people have, it's like this kind of ultrasonic jewelry cleaner. It's like a little kind of electric device with like a little place where you can put like liquid in the center. So you must put the jewelry in there. And I don't know whether you put liquid in or something to clean it, but I've seen people doing this with like pints of Guinness. You put it into that, you press the button, and it must do it from the bottom and just like straight up. So I may actually look into getting one of those. That might be an idea. Although, if the beer's overcarbonated in the first place, you would need like a wheat beer glass for a can like that. And then it would be like the space shuttle taking off, I imagine, when you press that button. Because it would just fucking go up in the air. Hello to Morbid. Something like Caffrey's might work well. I have not even tasted Caffrey's in at least 20 years. At least. Maybe more. I don't know whether it's all kind of Kilkenny, or it was all Kilkenny up to like, I don't know. The thing about brewing your own beer is you tend not to go to the pub that much anymore. So, I mean, no pubs are dying and all, but I like to think that it's not me that's killing them. It's more kind of, the pandemic and the general public, of which we are not part. We are not part of the general public. We are part of our own little army of cleaner. Rick says his mother-in-law has one of those jewelry cleaners. Okay, you need to find out the details. If you have a look at some of the videos on the Guinness, so they literally put it in one of those and they press the button and it's completely flat, and then suddenly the surge happens. So that might be an idea. So a flat homebrew poured into a can and then the nitro shot could be interesting. Yes, but it might be tricky. If you can get one of those, the jewelry cleaners, that could be the answer. Now it's not going to add any extra fizz, but it will give it that kind of creamy character, I imagine. Yeah, I'd never seen it used either, until I was like researching this. And when I say research, I mean, come on. I watched a few videos on YouTube, is what I did. I was like, oh, what's that they're using? But it's literally like this little thing, like a bowl with a button on the front, and you put the paint in, you press the button, and just suddenly it's like this amazing kind of thing taking off, shooting up to the sky. Incredible. Yeah, she might not be enthusiastic if you stayed on her, to be fair. You may have to get one, ask for one for your birthday. I don't know when your birthday is, but you could ask her one for your birthday, or for Christmas, or get one for someone, you know, for someone you love. Maybe that might be the better idea. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really into jewellery, to be fair. I don't even wear a wedding ring, anything. I don't really wear anything other than that, which is a Fitbit. And even then, before then, I never wore any kind of jewellery at all. Just not. I can't. I can't do with anything touching my skin. I'm a bit weird when it comes to things like that. I don't know why. Just a bit weird, I think, in general. Right, okay. Let's wrap this up, shall we? Because I'm already waffling now there's 45 minutes. Okay. So let's review, always review and then leave. So our Nitrosurge, special Nitrosurge cans that cost £2. Good, very good. Like it. Really work with the Nitrosurge cap. What we find is they're much better than that, which is the standard Guinness Draft, which it tastes a bit weak and tastes a bit, it just doesn't taste as good. It tastes exactly the same in terms of flavour. It tastes the same, but the kind of mouthfeel is completely different, and that tastes quite thin, which is the normal stuff. But what we learnt amazingly is that you can get the normal cans, which cost less. Now there is less in them, but that's fine, because one of those massive cans doesn't actually fit into a proper Guinness glass, unless this is a 440 glass. No, it's not, because it literally says pint on the side. So, but what you can do is that you can struggle with a safety pin. We'll find other things to puncture it with, but what worked for us is a dart from the dartboard up there. I just happened to look up there and see the darts and think, yes, that's what we're gonna do. But you need to be careful. Release the gas, let it sit there, put the lid on, pour it, and you know what? It's the best pint of the night. By far. Well, not by far. We also learned that normal beer, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird when you do that and use that on it. So I think that's it. I think that's where we'll wrap it up. So thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna go inside. I've got shit to do. Got loads of stuff to do here. It's 11:15, and yeah, let's just say goodbye. 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 Does anybody have anything to say before we go? This is the moment. This will be the moment. Nutter Tom Williams says. Tom, it worked. We got a pint of Guinness from one of those terrible draft stout cans. It works. The pin trick works. Okay. See you all later.